So in my last video earlier today, I had vertigo, very normal thing that happens to all people, and it shook my entire world. Being bipolar, it messed me up entirely. I didn't just take the medicine and chilled about it. Took the medication, got all freaked out about it, wondered was it my medication or not, and it depressed me. I didn't know what was wrong with me. And then there's a paranoia dynamic with bipolar, I feel like, because you're just like, what is it? Is it me? There's just so many dynamics at play. And this vertigo medication made me drowsy. So I took caffeine to counteract it so that I could go to work. And that threw me into work as one moody bitch. And earlier in the day, to deal with my stress, I reverted to my emotional eating. A day after last night, talking about how nutrition was going to be my hyper focus for the rest of the week, right? As exercise had been in check. Didn't exercise today, tried to. But tomorrow I'm going to resume. I'm going to exercise, okay? And I'm going to try again. I'm going to try again with nutrition. But my body is just failing. I am not doing the things that will make my body feel good. And this isn't even about bipolar. This is about eating well. This is what normal people deal with, and there's this fine line of well, is this, a normal person issue, or is this my bipolar, And nutrition, you will feel better if you eat well. It's the bottom line. So, by the end of the night, I had a panic attack. I couldn't breathe properly. I was like, and I had to remind myself to breathe. It's Thanksgiving. I had to tell myself, be grateful, be grateful. So the only thing I've learned from today is that today was a failure because I got stuck and I let myself get stuck and I dug holes to make myself even more stuck. And we are going to learn the same exact lessons until we overcome them. We'll be faced with the same obstacles until we overcome them. It will keep happening to us until I figure out how I can see the patterns of how I deal with life, know how to deal with them, not get stuck, so that I can move in a forward momentum, with or without this bipolar. And I'm learning more and more, it's not just about the bipolar and the meds, because there's just such a fine line of what mental strength / mental illness really is. So I'm going to try again tomorrow. I'm just going to try again because I'm exhausted. The good news is that I met this guy on a first date, and it's been my thing. I love it when guys kiss me on the forehead. And I've always had to ask guys before, I've always had to tell guys in the past that I've dated that I love getting kissed on the forehead, and then they do. But he just did it himself, and that really made my day. So there I am again, oh my gosh, happy-go-lucky. But that's also not being bipolar. That's also having a rough day and then hanging out with a guy that's cool, So I'm learning actually on this 7-day experiment that is my second trial, that I'm learning patterns. I'm learning that I don't really know how to deal with things. I'm learning that half of these things that I'm dealing with are things that normal people deal with, but because I'm bipolar, it just feels more like a state of hell, and it kind of is in some ways. But I'm going to try again tomorrow. Today was a failure. Tomorrow will be a success. And today wasn't a failure because I had vertigo. Today was a failure because I didn't deal with things right. And I did things to make my body feel worse. I went to emotional eating. I ate caffeine, which I'm learning now, or took a pill of natural caffeine, which I'm learning now is actually making me more anxious, and which caused the panic attack. So it's a cycle. It is a cycle. It is a cycle. And I just, returning to grace, learning how to deal with bipolar, how to make the waves smooth, I'm learning. And I'm going to get there. And tomorrow's another day.